happened to the audio? Nope. Sorry about that. Now I got to do this intro all over again. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. If you caught it, audio was out for a second. I apologize about that. So anyway, give you guys the rundown of what's going on today. Later on today, we're going to do question of the day. I'm going to go over some of you guys' comments from this previous week's videos. Yeah, I figured. I knew what was wrong as soon as y'all said it. It must have clicked itself again. I don't know what happened because I clicked it off, but neither here nor there. So anyway, I'm going to go through some of you guys' comments, right? I couldn't get to all you guys' comments and put them up there. But again, I look at the comments that I find interesting or go with the video. And if you guys want to be featured here as far as a comment, when I put out a video, typically I put out videos, I put out the poll. I usually do a poll Monday through Friday. I put it out 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, usually about anywhere from 11:30 to about 1:30 is when I put out my first video, if I'm going to do it. And then usually I'll put out another video somewhere about 1:30 to anywhere to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I've been trying to be regular about that, or at least put out at least a poll. But we're going to go through that, your guys' comments. I have some video clips that I think that we're going to have some good discussions on tonight. And then at the very end of this live stream, there are two clips that I don't have clips for them, but I'm going to discuss two videos that I saw this week that I found very disturbing and very disgusting. And I think it's going to be important for you guys to hear what I got to say about those, because it may affect some of you guys watching. All right. So I'm ready to get up in here. All right. You guys said I had no sound. We got Still Saint House. Thank you very much for being here. We got Hands Flight Kit Box. Make sure you go check out everybody's channel here. Check out this brother's channel there. I see Beach Bum TV, man. Good seeing you up in here. Thank you very much for all being here today. Okay. Like I said, I haven't slept at all. I did a lot of stuff today, and that's also early this morning, like early in the morning, right? Like dark 30, preparing for this live stream, preparing for the YouTube short. Before I get into the first video, because we're going to roll right into it. Once I get started, I'll be rolling right through all this stuff, okay? Because I don't want to belay that. But I got to tell you guys something. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see the YouTube short I put out today. Oh, man, I put out the YouTube short, and this chick says, if you got to go check it out. You just got to see it, right? If guys are talking about Passport Bros or Kevin Samuel, major red flags, right? And check that out. But someone put in the comments was like, oh, I could tell a lot about both of you guys, because she said what she said. And instead of like critiquing it, I just tried to make a funny YouTube short clip. That's really it. And for you guys who don't know me, whatever, right? Like, as much as I like talking and giving my experience on these subjects, you got to also understand too, there's an entertainment aspect that I try to give to you guys. And there's an entertainment aspect that I love to do. Okay. So instead of making it like some discussion, it's a YouTube short. So it's for quick entertainment. So I'm going to do that from time to time, okay? Instead of just putting out some lengthy whatever. That's what my normal videos are for. The live streams are so you guys can interact with me in real time, and I can interact with you guys in real time. The videos is where I discuss stuff with a little bit of, gifts here and there to make a little comment in it, but for us to have those discussions. And the YouTube shorts, it's just fun, or just really quick thoughts that I have. Like, think of it as a YouTube Shorts Twitter, if you will. Okay. So that's the way I style that. And then, of course, the polls where y'all always want to answer all of the above. Ain't no all of the above. I want to know what you guys think, right? I want you guys to pick the best of the worst or the worst of the worst or whatever. The point is, I use these polls. It does a lot of things. It allows me to see where the gents feel and what you guys think. It allows me to sometimes come up with video ideas. Sometimes it just gives me data from my own people. you guys, the gents. So I know how you guys think and feel about certain subjects. Okay. And then sometimes there's an entertainment aspect of it. I ask questions sometimes and people get all like, oh, why would you ask that? Whatever. I'm like, it's entertainment, man. Like, I'm trying to give you guys, I don't want to waste your time. I want to give you guys substantive, entertaining videos, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's for, man. You guys take the time out of your busy day to watch this channel, and I'm going to tell you, I am very grateful about it. Okay. So, again, without further ado, this first clip that I'm going to bring up here is going to set the tone for what we're talking about. Today's subject, we're talking about what women don't understand about men and vice versa. And ChatGPT wrote that one for me. But you know what? It actually was pretty good. My first one kind of left open-ended, but this was a good one. This kind of sets the tone. Now, the videos are going to vary, right? Some of them are going to be about this, and other ones are going to be about things that need to be said about how we feel as men, and to give perspective on what women say or think about it. And so that's what we do here on this channel, right? We're trying to foster discussion. The biggest thing that really, like, I really love about this channel is when you guys share your own personal stories, man, because that's what we need to do. We need to talk amongst each other. I had to block somebody earlier because, I don't know, they said some stuff. Look, when it comes to blocking people, it's like, if you're going to come in here just to troll, or you get women that like think they're putting out stats, but their stats are wrong. They're just stupid and they're wrong, right? So it is what it is. Still Saint says men should start carrying magnets on their key rings. Hell yeah, man, something. All right. All right. So let's get into this first video, man, because like I said, I'm on borrowed time right now. Right? So let's check this one out.
Do you care about being liked for your personality?
Let me know if y'all can hear that in the
just
chat.
like your status. Like, would you like a woman to be attracted to who you are as a person, or does that not matter to you?
First of all, I'm gonna stop it right here. She was like, do you care if a woman is attracted to who you are personality wise? He's laughing right now because you got a bunch of good dudes out there who have good personalities, but because they don't fit in the box or the mold that these modern women think they should fit in, they don't even get looked at. They don't even get looked at. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but there was a study that was put out, and I think I talked about it on a previous live stream. But one of the stats that came out is when men sees a woman, that when men see women that they're not attracted to, it's not that they don't see them, but it's more like a disgusted or like a type thing for a dude. And you can say that's shallow, but that's just the way like men get a feeling about when they see someone unattractive. But when women, this study showed that when women see men that they find unattractive or not appealing, you know what they do? They don't even see them. They don't even, like, it's almost like they just do the 1,000-yard stare past you. I don't know if any of you guys, any gents noticed that about women that weren't maybe attracted to you or something like that, where they looked like they were staring past you or through you. That's the reason why. And that's what the stats show. So let's get back to this video. I'm gonna back it up just a tad. Actually, just back it up all the way.
Do you care about being liked for your personality at all, or is just like your status? Like, would you like a woman to be attracted to who you are as a person, or
of course,
does that not matter to you?
If
that's
you don't
not
get
realistic.
status, she's not going to give a fuck about your personality. That's
Right.
reality.
I don't believe that's true. I know you're living in your male experience, but I live in my female experience, and
I'm telling my truth, okay? It don't matter what you just said. This is my truth. You asked that dude a question, and now all of a sudden you gotta like, well, this is, you got your male experience, but my female experience. You asked me a question, and he's about to address that here in a second.
female friends, and the first thing that somebody is attracted to is your personality, charm, and your charisma.
Now look at this woman. I want y'all to take a look at this woman real quick. You gonna tell me You think she got down to earth friends? I bet you they snotty and snooty as all hell, right? I bet you they stuck up. And you telling me they look for personality and stuff? This is what they convince themselves that they're looking for. I bet you these women are looking for the Chads and the Tyrones, right? They are looking for these dudes. And so because they're automatically attracted to those dudes, the next thing they can move on to is personality and stuff, or at least they tell themselves that, right? But I want you to hear these guys, what he about to say. I'm sorry I'm stopping it, but I want to make sure I get context to this.
And the first thing that somebody is attracted to is your personality, charm, and your charisma. The assets are benefits, but they are not the end all be all. We need to connect in order to feel safe and to be attracted.
Okay, listen. Women do need to feel safe. Security is one of those things that women need. It's a necessity for women to have security. Now, that security can come in the form of, can you physically defend her? Can you provide for her? Does she feel like you have things under control? Can she trust you to lead? This is true. This is true in general. But what we're seeing here with modern women today is that they don't give a damn about those things. It's only the things that make make them tangle. You know what I mean? That's why, like, Myron from Fresh and Fit, he just laughed at it because this woman sounds delusional. Hence, that's why I started off with this clip, gents, because it just goes to show that this woman is like, this is what I think. Well, you asked me a question, so don't interrupt me. Listen. She literally spends an hour making up a lie to wear on her face, and then she wants to argue. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. XL Pro, thank you for being in the house, brother. And also thank you for sending some of that stuff, man. You know what I mean? That one video you sent me today, and I'm going to talk about it later on today. But that one video you sent, man, that is, gents, it's going to shock you, man. I'm not going to show y'all the video because it's graphic, but I'm going to tell you guys about it, right? So, yeah, salute to you, brother, for being here. Let's get back to this.
That's fantastic that you feel that way, but have you ever dated a woman as a man?
I have not.
Right.
So let me break it down.
Yeah.
The charisma and everything else, yes, you're 100% right. You need to be socially calibrated. You need to be able to speak. You need to have confidence. You need to be ambitious, etc. All these things. However, a woman isn't going to even give you the chance to play the game unless you're of a certain level. And the more attractive the girl is, the more competitive it must be to be able to even get a shot. There's girls that won't even look your way unless you're of a certain status.
All right. We just talked about that, did we not? I just told you about that study that I had brought up on this channel in a live stream previously, talking about how women will look past a man if she is not attracted to him. And if you think, I used to think back in the day it was about like your charisma and your charm, because TV would give us those lies. Movies would give us those lies that you could be kind of average looking, whatever, but if you had a great personality, then bam, she's going to be attracted. And that's just not it. Women look like, they talk about us being shallow for looking at women's looks, for putting a price on women's beauty, but women do it too. Yeah, mind blown if you didn't know that, right? If you were a young cat and you don't know that, I'm telling you, women go for looks too. They look for your build. They want to, right? They do want to see your confidence, but they want to see how you carry yourself, right? If you got low confidence, your body language says it. So all those things that Myron talked about is very important. You do have to be able to be social. You have to have charisma, charm, personality. You have to be able to read social cues. I did the live stream a couple live streams ago where we talked about awkward men. Did we not? We talked about it for a good little bit. So these things are still important. No matter how good of a dude you are, they are looking for a certain prototype now, especially modern women. The prototype of what a good man is. You could just be an average man back in the day, being able to provide for your family. And if she thought you could provide and you treat her right and treat her well, that was good enough. But now, given the current economy that we have and the way things are with social media and just the way this whole society is being ran right now, that's not enough. You know, it's really hard for the average man with the inflation and the way this economy is to be able to take care of a whole family and not be in poverty. So it's almost to the point that you do need two families working because wages have been stagnant for so damn long. However, productivity is up, record profits, all these things are up, but wages have stagnated. Right? So, you know, so you know what, man? It's just like I'm not saying that he said you have to be of a certain status, but I think more accurately what he's saying is that a woman has to see some level of value in you. And what we're seeing with modern women is that value has a lot to do with what you have. What can you give for her? What can you do for them? They're very selfish and vain. And the fact that this woman asked Myron that question, and then when he starts to answer, she's like, well, from what I know from my girls, and we look for this, that, and bullshit. You don't look for that. Okay. That's crap. Complete and utter crap. Right. And listen, I'm out here in Vegas. Okay. If y'all didn't know, I'm back in Vegas. And I've been going out a lot lately, right? In the last 2 months, I've been back in Vegas. I've been going out a lot. I'm trying to build up my contacts again and stuff like that. I'm trying to get my contacts up back to pre-pandemic levels, okay? I need my contacts back so when people come into town, I can point them somewhere. I know somebody, right? I'm trying to get my status up like I had it, and even better now because I got the channel, right? I didn't have the channel prior to that, okay? I'm going to see what you guys are saying right quick. Oh, we already said that. Wild story. You're talking about the story that you sent me. That is a very wild story. We'll talk about that toward the end of this broadcast. They want a comic book hero, and that's it, right? We men have to be, like you said, a storybook hero. We have to be greater than life. We have to damn near be an Avenger, okay? While these women, bring these jacked up personalities, fake hair, fake nails, all the makeup caked on, used WAP, all this stuff they bring, which really don't amount to a hill of beans to a man. And they don't care. They don't care what you think. They don't care. So that's why we start to have some disparities. We have to care about what they want, but they don't have to care about what we want. And that's not right. So I'm going to bring up this next one.
And stop telling.
Now, this is an old favorite here. This woman here, y'all going to know what movie. She's a little bit older now, but she's our favorite woman to diss. Actually, it's a great saying, right? Bye, Felicia. Well, Felicia is going to come on here and talk about the nature of men and just talk about how, because soon as you do anything that has to deal with being a man or masculinity, what happens? We talk about it, right? That it's told that you're toxic. As a man, your masculinity is toxic, but we never talk about all these women doing this heinous stuff. We never say toxic femininity, and that's how you know it's cap. If you're not using the definition, if it's not being used equally, you know it's cap. It's just gaslighting. And that falls into what low value women do. Low value women use sign language. Shame, insult, guilt, and need to be right. And gaslighting is a part of that sign language, right? As men evolve, we realize 80% of modern women don't qualify for a wife position. Hell, man, you're right. It might be more than 80. Now, again, that's not to put down the women. We're not talking about married women. We're talking about single eligible women. It's hard to tell what that number is. That number could be 80. It could be 90. Who knows? And listen, this is not to disparage good women out there, because I know that you have good women that's like, man, I don't want to get lumped in with these women. And I know you may not, baby girl, if you out there listening, you may not want to get lumped in with the women that we talk about here on this channel and other channels like this. However, if you hanging out with those type of women, if you're commenting on those women, if you're supporting those women, you don't even realize that you're still part of the problem. I did a video on this channel where the woman came up in a stable household. She called it boring, and she's a comedian. And she said, so I love hanging out with 304s. She said, I love hanging out with them because they're different than what I came up with. Now, what kind of sane woman of values and morals is going to want to hang with 304s, knowing that them hoes is ratchet? I just said it. I guess I ain't monetizing this one, but you know what I'm saying, right? Knowing how ratchet these women can be. Why would you take your good upbringing and throw that away on people who don't mean you any good? So who knows what that number is, XO Pro? We don't know, right? The chameleons are the most dangerous, mixed in with ladies, yeah, right? So then, ladies, I'm talking to the ladies that will watch this or have watched this channel before. You got to understand, you may be a good woman and you have all those characteristics. And now we have women doing soft girl era, right? Now there's like, okay, I realize men, some of them are realizing that men are saying that they don't want to deal with these masculine ass women. So what are they doing? They're playing feminine, and they will play feminine as long as it takes for them to get what they want. So those women try to act like you, but have an agenda at the end of it. How can men trust that? And I'll go with that 80% thing. I'll go with the 80% because who files the divorces? Women do, right? Women leave more than men. And yet you'll still have women come into channels like this and gaslight and say, well, men just leave, whatever. Man, if you got a man that you're doing the right stuff for and he's trying to do his best, he ain't going nowhere if you giving him what he need. But women today don't care about pleasing men. It's all about them. They are very selfish and they fit the traits of narcissism. And you can watch my recent video about that too. Okay. Lando Calrissian. I like that name, brother. Salute, brother, at TSG, man. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate that, man. If y'all haven't done that, man, hit that like button so more people are notified that this live stream is going on. And like I said, I don't want to be here all day because I haven't slept all night. So, but I do want to acknowledge you guys' comments. So let's get back to this video real quick. So I'd like to speed through so we can get to your comments.
And stop telling men that they can't look. Stop getting upset with men when they get a glance. You want a healthy man. Stop it.
Right.
Stop that shit. Let that motherfucker look and say, damn. And you go, okay, you like that today. But tonight, you like this.
Right. Right. That's right on, Felicia. Ain't nobody you today, baby. Listen, this is not to say that a man looking is going to necessarily mean he's going to cheat. And a man, if he really loves and respects his woman, he's going to look. But you should, out of respect, if you really care and love for your woman, you shouldn't be blatant about your looking. Now, everything in me wants to be like, I don't give a damn, I'm going to look regardless, because that's kind of the way I think, right? But again, for a woman that you respect, if you respect her, we talk about getting respect, right? This is the vice versa part. If you respect and love your woman, you do that out as a courtesy. It's not to say you're not going to look. And ladies, you shouldn't get mad. This is what she was saying. He's a man. We are attracted to natural beauty. We are attracted to beauty, man. We are. Now, if you gawking out of your head, oh my God, right? Like if you're going to be that blatantly disrespectful to your woman, then what are we talking about? Why are you here? Because we're talking about women disrespecting us. There got to be some level of respect that we have for them as well, right? If you want to have a healthy relationship, we need to get back to healthy relationships. I don't know how, but we do. And part of that used to be a respect thing. She know you looked, But long as you didn't make her feel uncomfortable doing it, right? That's a healthy relationship. Now we just want to be like, man, I'm going to just do what I'm going to do. And I know, because I feel that way. I ain't going to lie. I feel that way. But these women today are telling you you're toxic if you go ahead and you see a pretty woman and you look. Even if you're being respectful. Oh, that's toxic masculinity traits. That's what they tell you. They make you feel bad for being a man. And that's where we're at. And so now you have a bunch of men walking on pins and eggshells, worried about getting labeled things. And they're using it as a manipulation tactic, just like they will when they gaslight you, just like they do when they use sign language. It's no different, which is part of the reason why I feel like, hell, I'm going to look. You either trust that I'm with you or not, but I'm going to look. You know, I can't help but feel that way, the way things are now. That's what I mean. Still Saint says, a woman who chooses to be a 304 is a woman who does not want to live at the standard she was raised at. Funny thing is, she probably still thinks that she is better than her 304 friends. Say that for the cheap seats. Say that for the cheap seats. Let me get this next video going, because like I said, I want to push through these.
A woman.
Okay, this is a relationship and femininity coach and a spiritual speaker, okay? But a femininity coach. Man, don't we need more of those here, right? Shit, well, I'm about to say she should always be busy getting clients, but I don't even know if these women care about being feminine no more, right? Modern women think femininity is something they can turn off and on. Oh, well, if the right man comes along, I'll be feminine. No. It's something you are or you aren't. It's something that you are working on daily and aspiring to be or you aren't. Even for guys who don't operate in their full masculinity, you have it within you just like they have it with them to be feminine. How you move and how you interact and how you grow as a man, you can get into your masculine. If these women can go from feminine to masculine, trust me, you can go back to masculine or being masculine at the level you should be. Because masculinity isn't bad. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Not on this channel, not today. All right, let's get back to the video. Man, I don't know what happened. Did the player like update itself or something?
A woman in a relationship is very selfish in the way how she wants to demand certain things from him. For example, a woman says she knows she's beautiful, she's gorgeous.
Yep.
She walks with him and she says, I would like for you to buy me these earrings. That will make me happy.
Stop. I'm going to stop it right there because she's going to keep going on that one. Let me tell you something, gents. If your relationship or if you perpetuate or start a relationship and it's built upon money or material things, if you build your relationship off of that, if you plant the seeds in that woman that's what this relationship or that your relationship is about, you've already lost. You've already lost. I mean, even dudes that have money will lead with their wallet and wonder why these women are ready to leave and take part of that. You led with your wallet. You didn't find a girl of virtue. You tried to woo her. Right? Look, I believe in being chivalrous about certain things. I'm old school, man. There's certain things I just can't cut off. Okay? There's just certain things I can't cut off. I still open doors. I still pull out chairs, right? You know, like if I ask a woman on a date, I intend to pay, right? That's just the way it is. I've had girlfriends where they want to pay and I just, how I was brought up wouldn't allow me to let them do that. And they wait till I go to the restroom and then pay the check. Like I just can't turn certain things off. All right. And again, I'm not perfect. That's my flaw. But I don't think there's nothing wrong if I'm okay with it. But here's the thing. I don't lead with my wallet. I don't lead with what I have. Matter of fact, I don't care if you don't think I have crap. Ladies, I don't care. That's not what I offer. Okay? That's not what I offer. And guess what? Men, when you're operating your masculinity, if they can't take what you're offering and they're willing to walk away, let them. And don't let it hurt your feelings. Look, I'm too old now to get my feelings hurt. I didn't have my feelings hurt, right? Them days is long gone. I don't get my feelings hurt like that over no woman. Okay, bye. Bye. But if you lead with your wallet, oh, could you buy me this? If she's asking you to buy her something, done. Nope, I cannot buy that for you. Let me take you home. Like, you don't know me. And then if your wife is doing that to you and she's doing it because it's going to make her happy, shit doesn't make you happy. Buying things might give you some momentary pleasure, but that is not the part of your soul that needs to be watered and nourished for happiness. Things can't make you happy. People can't make you happy. You have to be happy within yourself. So if someone, man or woman, is telling you that they need something to be happy, they're a liar and the truth ain't in them. All right? 4 up is here. You damn right, brother. I'm getting too old for their shenanigans and attempted robbery. Facts, man. Once you get to a certain age, man, and matter of fact, that's why we trying to put you any young dudes watching this, trying to put y'all on game. Okay? Save yourself money and heartache. If you plant the seeds by leading with leading with your wallet, planting the seeds of leading with your wallet, you're going to reap a gold digger. She going to sprout up and be a gold digger. May not be now, may not be tomorrow, but soon as somebody come around that got more than you, well, women are hypergamous. And these modern women ain't nothing nice. They will drop you in a heartbeat. Again, 80% divorce. Just saying. Okay? Game over. Facts. All right, let's get back to this. I'm long stroking this video. I'm gonna back it up one tad.
For you to buy me these earrings. That will make me happy. I would like for you to buy me this necklace. It will make me very happy. I would like for you to pick me up at this time. It will make me happy. It will make me happy if you're going to do this and this and this.
Notice what she's saying. This is real. Women do this. Notice it's all about her. What you going to get her. What you going to do for her. I show you guys this in the videos all the time. These women are me, 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 me. We don't hear them talking about their dudes' needs in these videos because they're selfish. They are selfish. And greed is a deadly sin. And these women are greedy. And greed is a bottomless pit. That's why you don't lead with your wallet. Any of y'all play poker? Play Texas Hold'em or anything like that? When you play poker, sometimes you feel like you got a chance, but sometimes you can't chase that straight, man. Sometimes you gotta just fold the hand, man. And sometimes when you're down, you just gotta walk away from the table. Sometimes you just gotta walk away. But don't go ahead chasing straights, man. Don't be go ahead and chasing a hand with a deuce 7 offsuit. You chase a hand you chasing a poker hand and you pushing chips in with a deuce 7 offsuit. There's only one person I ever known that win with a deuce 7 offsuit. And that was my ex-wife, one of my ex-wives. And I'm like, you crazy as hell chasing with a deuce 7 offsuit. She said, I don't know why. It's just I'm lucky with a deuce 7 offsuit. She ain't never lied about that. I ain't never seen anyone else lucky with a deuce 7 offsuit. Because the cards don't connect, and that's why. They don't connect. All right, that's my poker thing. I got a situation ship that now wants to talk about marriage and a baby, but she'll be back from prison in 5 months. What the? God damn, Fora. You think I should do it, man? You know what? I know that was a rhetorical question, and I'm going to leave that bill on the table. I'm going to leave that bill on the table, baby. I never even bring $1 into a conversation with her, even if it's just about paying my bills. No. Listen, man, if you got to talk about money, like if you're dating somebody and you're talking about money, the only time, like I've done that, dated someone, and I'll bring money in this context. I pay my bills on time. That's how my credit is good. I pay myself. I try to most of the time. And then I allow myself enough money to have fun for the month. And if I run through that money, I'm done. So I might say, look, no, I need to chill out this weekend. You know, I went a little hard in the paint last couple weeks, you know, out of my budget. Yeah, I budget. And that's what people that aspire to be wealthy or aspire to have more do. They're just not out buying Chanel bags every goddamn weekend, buying Birkin bags, buying thigh-high boots, nose rings, and lip piercings. They're not doing that every week. Right? So breaking even is never a loss. I agree. That's how I play poker, Still Saint. I'll have a number in my head that I'm okay with losing. And let's say I win that back. Let's say I got 100 for the night for gambling. And let's say I win another 100. I put the initial 100 back in my pocket and I just play with the winnings. And sometimes I win more and sometimes I lose it all. But the point is, I broke even. I had a good night. So the female is a 10-10, though, short hair, brown eyes, and in shape. Oh, I bet she is, man. I bet she is. They got you still in a situationship there, bro. King, what's up, brother? I just got finished watching The Nose Ring Girl again. Pure comedy. Yeah, bro. And King, somebody gave me crap in the comments. Oh, you know better than her. Y'all, see, I can tell a lot about y'all, what she said and what you said. And I had to leave a comment under that comment. I was like, look, man, this shit is entertainment, man. Look, some of these, my normal long form videos is for me to analyze stuff. And I put the gifts in there to put a little comedy. If you know, I try to keep you guys, you know, your eyes engaged. I try to make it very engaging, right? I'm trying to be like the good content creators that keep you engaged into the conversation, into the video. And then this forum right here, these live streams are for you guys. This is for my gents. You know, if anybody new comes along, that's cool too. But these live streams are for the gents. It's for you guys and us to be able to talk in real time, not just through comments, not just through the videos. This is for us to be able to interact in real time. This is about you guys. And you guys contribute to the channel through here and everything like that. It helps out the channel. So this is for both of us. This is for all of us, man. So I try to make this more of this is Sean in real time, right? This is Sean raw and uncut. And then the YouTube shorts, man, it's just short. It's for quick entertainment. So sometimes I'm going to say something that's powerful, and sometimes I'm just going to be silly about it. I'm just going to be silly about some of these shorts. And I was going to roast her about, if a guy brings up Kevin Samuels or if he's red pill, you should be laughing at him. That's a red flag. Now I almost got into my, what did you say? I almost got into that thing, right? But I said, you know what though? Who gives a damn? Like, you think her saying is a red flag? Matter of fact, the women who don't want to hear the truth and think those things in and of itself is a red flag without doing more, without really listening? You think I care if they see me as a red flag? See me as a red flag. See me as the United Nations of red flags. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. See, that's the thing, man. I don't give a damn if I'm not their type. I go for women that like me. That's what I do. I like women that like me. And if they don't, oh well. Okay? I'm not chasing either. I'm not chasing. If you don't, a woman that likes you or sees interest in you, she's going to call you. She's going to text you. She's going to see what you're doing. Which tells me, like, I might see some of these women, but they got other options. So they're not stunting. You know what I mean? Let's see where we at. Remember, Sean, I'm a Marine. I got this under control. Man, I'm not worried about you. 4 up. I ain't worried, brother. I'm not worried. I saw him gatekeeping. Yeah, you saw that, right? Okay, cool, King. You read that comment. The man keeping men loyal to those childlike entitled women. Look, man, even with some of these comments, like, again, if people get disrespectful with the comments, I block them. And I'm going to continue to do that. Now, if there's some dialogue that I think something can be learned from it, I'll let it go. All right. I'm going to back this up. We talked too long on that one.
It will make me happy. It will make me happy if you're going to do this and this and this. And the man continues to do this and do this and do this. And she's asking for more and for more and for more. And at sometimes he says, I'm out of here. Because a woman's selfishness, she wants to, if a man starts to treat her with kindness and love and serves her, she wants to even take advantage and she becomes, I want even more.
Right.
And that is the abuse of how she's abusing now a man. Keep pushing.
So, right. At what point does women gaslighting you, making it seem like it's your fault, basically always asking you for stuff and not giving anything to you? At what point for a hardworking man does that constitute as abuse? No, you're a man. So you know what that means? It means you should have saw it. You should have known better. But flip the script. Let you say, man, I ain't playing with these chicks. I'm going to do me. And what's the first thing they're going to do? When you start doing you, when you're not stunting about her and you going off because you got some options, what happens? Oh, he's a dog. He's a player. He hates women. He hates his mother. See, they gaslight you. And I just don't care. I don't even, that's the theme for the night. I don't care. I don't care. I'm tired, man. I'm getting tired. I've been tired. Actually, a lot of this shit don't even affect me because I just let it just roll off my back, man. I've already been through all this when I was younger. 4 up, you're dealing with your situationship because you feel you got it in control. Why? Because you've been through some stuff already, man. You've seen this game. You've seen this 3-card Monty that these women are playing. Always the red, never the black. Always the red, never the black. Yo, Frankfurter. Y'all remember that movie, More Money? So, no, guys are tired of the 3-card Monty, man. We're tired of getting bananas in the tailpipe, man. Hey, man, don't be putting no bananas in the tailpipe. Got to say it like that, man. I'm on some serious movie references tonight, man. Look at this one. Where we at? You got to be a dog to them before the female dogs you. Chronicles of 4 Up. Man, that's crazy. But, you know, it's sad that we got to think that way. That some men have to think that way. And, you know, like, it's just sad, man. Let me get to the next video. because I'll long stroke that shit. Let me just get to the next one.
I think women.
All right. Now, this next woman is going to talk about, I just talked about this a little bit, them gaslighting you, them using sign language. And this woman is going to talk about why these women do this. She's going to tell you what they're doing and why they're doing it, or why she believes they're doing it. And I'm going to let this whole thing play. We'll talk about it on the other side. Okay. And then I'll get your comments at the end of this video clip real quick.
I think women use shaming tactics on men because, simply put, our ego can't handle their truth.
Oh, I got to stop that. Their ego can't handle it. Ain't, baby girl, it ain't our truth. It is the truth. Most men try to lead with logic and facts. If they're not emotional men themselves, they're leading with logic and facts. Because emotions can change. Emotions can be manipulated. But hard truth and facts. And you start arguing facts with these women, what do? They try to gaslight you and use sign language, as I've been saying this whole live stream. But I'm going to let her continue. Roast on, girl. Roast on.
That's it. Our
That's
ego can't handle what they're saying because how it impacts us either makes us less valuable in their eyes, and we don't want to accept that. What they're saying is offensive to us because we know that we're not that.
I'm sorry, I'm stopping it here, but less valuable? I'm just telling you the truth, baby. And I'm not even talking about this red pill stuff. Like, let's say you got your woman and you're just trying to instruct her, like, baby, that ain't the way that go. Let me just tell you. And if you think that I'm trying to bruise your ego or I don't see value in you just because I'm telling you something, no, a woman that can receive instruction from her man because he might know more about this thing, man, that's one of those qualities of wifey, right? That's one of those wife qualities, to be able to allow your man to lead. And when you don't know or understand something, taking his direction and instruction, that should turn women on. That should make a woman feel more secure in her relationship, that her man cares enough to even try to be understanding and instructive. But yet and still, women today, they have egos. You see what I'm saying? Really think about what I just said. Where it should be making them love their man more for it, their egos get bruised instead. You know who egos get bruised when you tell them instruction? Fools. Fools. And dudes who don't want to listen. Yeah, man, you can't tell me nothing. These are dude qualities, man. And they don't even see that. There's nothing nurturing about that. There is something nurturing about a woman that can take her man's instruction or direction. But getting a bruised ego, that's a dude quality. I mean, really think about that. I'll let y'all ponder on it as I hit play again.
So we find ways to poke holes in their thought processes so that we are somehow more attractive to them or more appealing to them. As if our...
Wait, there is nothing. I don't know about you guys. If you trying to make up an argument just because of your bruised ego and you thinking like, well, if I seem like I'm smart, it's going to make me more attractive. No, it actually makes you less attractive because you don't listen. You don't listen. If you don't listen to me, you're less attractive to me. Because here's the thing. When we operate in this world as men, wise men who are successful, aren't always the ones talking. See, successful men put themselves in a room and in rooms where they are not the smartest person. You see what I'm saying? Because that's how they learn more. But women want to do this instead of listen, which tells me this is not an intelligent person. This is not an intelligent and thinking woman. So why would I want to be on a power couple or a team with a person with a partner who can't listen. I wouldn't, because it's that's going to be not a successful relationship. And I'm not even talking about like man and woman. I'm saying that's just not a successful relationship. We got service members in the audience and people watching. It's contrary to good order and discipline. That's what it is. And without good order and discipline, the division, the command, the department, it all falls apart. Let's continue.
Arguing someone's perspective is going to change it. Sometimes it does. But when we're talking about attraction, that goes much deeper. So I think, simply put, women shame men for their perspective simply because it does not work in their favor. And so therefore, we diminish, we disparage, and discredit.
It does not work in their favor. Again, we're talking about more of these terms that show selfishness. And ladies, some of you ladies that might watch this might say, well, that ain't me. Well, good on you. But tell me how many girlfriends you got like that. Hopefully you don't have any that you keep around you like that. But again, I've already shown on this channel that you have good women that hang around ratchet ass bitches. Excuse my French. Excuse my Spanish. Okay? They ratchet. And yet y'all still choose. But that's been my girl since we was younger. That whole ratchet. Let me tell you something. I don't keep ratchet dude friends around. They may not be in the situation they want to be, but if there are certain qualities to my brothers that I keep in my circle, because if they don't have those qualities, I'm a loyal friend, but it might be time to part ways a little bit until you get your shit on straight, man. I don't need somebody in my circle that's going to pull me down into their ratchetness, man, when I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build this. I ain't got time. The same way I ain't got time for these modern women that act like what this woman just said. It's the same time I do not have for dudes to be in my orbit that aren't going to help me to elevate or aren't going to serve the needs I have for them. That goes for everybody, man or woman. If they're not going to serve in your purpose and your plan, they need to be out of that plan and purpose. And that was one of the first things I said on the first live stream of 2023, or one of the videos of 2023. I think it was the first live stream. Hey, in 2023, we not about that life no more, man. We trying to build something here in 2023. We're trying to be better in 2023. I got time for that crap. All right, where we at? Their ego can't handle the truth. Facts. Life is so easy for a man and woman to get along and enjoy it together. It's very easy, but women can't get out of their own way. Have to have the last word. Not capable of shutting up. Nope. That's how you get the female emotionally involved. Right. Exactly. By doing that, right? When she's invested, when she's listening, she will be emotionally involved with that. Yeah. Trust me, it works. Oh, you're talking about, you got to dog them before they dog you. Oh, I hear you, brother. The issue is always going to be her trying to control the man in her narrative with words or threats or insults. Yeah. If she is being masculine and arguing, she does not find him attractive. Bam. Because a woman who finds a man attractive is going to do everything in her power to keep him around. She's going to show effort. It may not be the best effort, but a woman that really is attracted to you, she's going to show some effort. And matter of fact, she's usually, some of them get kind of shy around you at times when they really like you. Or at least that's been my experience, right? There's a number of women I see that I know that have gotten shy around me, or they're kind of quiet around me, right? They let me do all the talking, which is a lot of talking, but, right? Guilt by association. Grow with you or grow apart. Facts. Only hit dogs holler. Facts. Preach. Good women are just as guilty as the ratchet ones if they're busy capping for their trashy conduct. Right. Or caping for their trashy conduct. Nah, my brother, the female is testing your manhood to see if you can stand up for yourself, especially in public. So you also do have those women who will try to test your resolve. Women will test you. Damn near most women will have a moment to test you. What are you going to do when that happens? As a man, you got to be strong in your resolve. You got to be strong in your beliefs, right? Still saying women do that to find that mate. Trust me, she see you, man. All right, I'm going to set up the next video. So now we just talked about her gaslighting you and her ego, her bruised ego. Now we're going to hear this woman talk real quick.
And we all,
I feel like I'm hearing this damn video wrong, but maybe y'all hear it the same way I do. It ain't good. It's not good.
and we all know about the unfair division of labor, that women do the brunt of the work. And
I am so tired of that narrative. It's if we all do the brunt of the labor because you cook, clean at home. Let's say you have a stay-at-home woman and you going out to work every day. You're a dude, you go out to work every day. Your woman is a stay-at-home woman, and she's like, oh my God, it's so unfair that I got to keep up the house, and I got to clean, I got to cook. I got to do these things. Oh my God. Bitch, you ain't working. You are your own boss in that house. If y'all know how much stuff I got done today, like I'm done. I got a little board up there. I got a little whiteboard I keep like outside of the camera view. I got most of it done except for one thing. And that one thing is going to be like an ongoing task. I did all that today. I got my car washed today. I went to the gym today. I did my taxes today. What else? It was something else. I registered my new car today. Like, I did all this shit in one day, sitting here at the house, chilling. Folded all my clothes this morning, right? Because I did 3 loads of laundry, folded everything. It's all put away. Other than this live stream, once this live stream is done, my day is done. I mean, later on when I wake up, I got to work on tomorrow's videos, and I didn't, and I also got to work on tomorrow's poll. But that's later on. That's after I wake up. But all the work today is done. But a man has a boss. He has to deal with those people out there. He don't get to take a nap, right? If you working at home and you folding or whatever, you can take a nap. You can watch your shows. You could be listening to your shows while you're folding or cleaning or cooking or doing whatever. Can't watch no damn TV at work. Hell, man, when I was doing engineering in the Navy, you couldn't even have your cell phones because the stuff was confidential information. I didn't know what calls I got until like lunchtime, and then after that, the end of the day. Didn't even know. Didn't even know. Right? Half the time, I'm like, don't call my job. Anybody I dated or my exes that I was with, I'm like, don't call my job unless it's an emergency. Because the nature of my job was such as I just can't be running, talking to you on the phone. It's not the way my job works. It's not a normal job. I don't get to be home. I don't get to leave until we are set up for the next day. And y'all complaining about the unfair division of work? What about when that dude got to cut the grass and wash your car, get the car registered, go ahead and work on the car, take it to the oil change? When there's bugs in the house or something needs to get repaired or some piece of furniture needs to get put together. Or there's an intruder we think there's an intruder. Go check that noise out. Life ain't fair. But dudes don't sit there and say it's unfair. You just get to be at the home and don't do nothing. Sorry. This argument here just pisses me off. Sorry about that, y'all. Red Falls Black. He says, good evening, gentlemen. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Or I don't know if he, or I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's just a name, so I don't really know. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you.
I am pretty sure there is absolutely nothing worse than watching your ex-wife go on with her life, put all of her shit back together, knowing you still got to send her money. Yeah, I get a check. I get a check for the rest of my life. I do believe. I'm pretty sure it's for the rest of my life. And because we were married so long, if my whole life falls apart and goes to hell in a handbasket, I can draw for his Social Security. Like, that's the point. Like, that is the point. So all of these women, that I'm telling you one more time, if you are with a man and he's not marrying you, you are wasting your damn time. He does not love you. He does not love you.
You hear this? So look, maybe I'm hearing that one wrong. Okay? Maybe I'm hearing that one wrong. But the way I heard that, I can't tell at the beginning, it seemed like she's like, well, I'm okay. He need to give me his money. And then at the end is like, she's talking to women. She's talking to women. So you just said about, so I read this a number of different ways. And one thing she's saying, I'm gonna try to give her the benefit of the doubt on this one. In one breath, I hear her saying, listen, this dude could lose everything he has and have to give me a check or whatever for however long, right? Usually there are parameters set on how long alimony goes for, and child support is till the 18th birthday after the school year or after they're done their post-secondary school, okay? And in some states, depends on how long you're married. Yeah. Like I know a lot of military dudes that are paying their retirement, half their retirement. I have a buddy, call him my brother. He done a lot for me, man. We are brothers. We don't look nothing alike, but that's my brother. And that dude has to pay half of his retirement that he was in the military working hard for 20 years to his ex-wife for the rest of his life. The rest of his life, right? Maybe the rest of hers too. So you said all that this dude would potentially have to sacrifice everything he has. So this is devil's advocate. So a man that would willing to risk that and marries you has got to really love you. But I'm going to tell you that love has nothing to do with that. At that point, it becomes a business transaction. It becomes we're setting purpose for our kids and our family and for the future of more generations in our family. But these women get to the point where like, I'm going to put up with you long enough that the court is going to award me half your shit. And then when I am done, I'm going to leave. When I don't feel happy, I'm going to leave. When I think I could do better, I'm going to leave. So what does love have to do with that? Why would a man offer you women marriage when you got women saying stuff like that? Again, and I said I was going to say this, it was in a comment, but I bring it up all the time. If you are married, I am for you in being married. I am for your marriage. If you've been in a long-term relationship for a while, I am for you in your long-term relationship. I am not for marriage, new marriage, as it is currently constructed today. Because these gold-digging ass women are just waiting for the moment that they can just use and abuse and leave. And a lot of them start settling in with dudes that save them. And this dude think he's getting a bargain wife, and these women, a reality check. These modern women aren't wife material because they haven't seen wives. They've only seen single mothers. A lot of us dudes have only seen single mothers. The problem is with dudes with single moms, where we go wrong, and maybe, and I'm hoping some young dudes listen to this. If you have a single mother and you're a young dude, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. What's that, you might ask? I'm about to tell you. Like the here it go. Next time I have my guitar here, be like Calhoun Tubbs. Like the here it go. I'm gonna tell y'all. Because you love your mom, if you love your mom, and you want to see men do right by your mom, we tend to overcompensate for seeing our moms be single moms by trying to be to the women in our lives what we wanted men to be for our moms. Not realizing a lot of our moms cause their own situations. Not realizing that a lot of these single moms put themselves in that situation. Hell, I got a friend who just recently told me she was pregnant. Now, this is after she had just gotten out of a relationship. She kind of fell back with her ex, who they been having rocky stuff going on. She finally got away from him and moved on. And then she tiptoed back in the water, and now she's pregnant. And she's a good person. But that is a dumbass decision. But that's my friend. I support her. You know? You got to lie with, like, you make that bed, you got to lie in that bed. Okay? Let's see what you guys are saying. Yep, got that. Money, money, money. Absolutely. Marriage as a hustle is the subject. Facts. Okay, we can still get married as long as you sign this prenup, baby. That's another way to go about it. Legally safe than sorry. Yep. No, this man ain't talking about son husbandry. Shit. Yeah, I know. I might have to do a show on that one day, and like full show on son husbandry, and actually opening up that wound for some of us, right? And we got to clean that wound away. And that's one of the things, man, we try to do for these women because we wanted that done for our moms. We want to be the man to our woman that we wish our moms had in men, right? And you can't. You can't do that. It burns down in flames. All right? So imagine you're doing all this work. You're putting in this work. You're putting in this time on yourself, right? And we've seen on this channel before, women will try to extract modern women will try to extract not all women, but modern women will try to extract these resources from you. We'll go to the next video clip. It's a real short one.
You done hurt this man so bad that he don't even want to move on. He don't even want to date no more. He don't even want to think about being with nobody. All this man wants to do is make money. Leave him the fuck alone. The fuck out of here.
Oh, I like that one. Yeah, I just did a video, 2 weeks ago, where I only talked for a little bit. It was just women talking about how to manipulate men. And sometimes, here's the thing, sometimes you gentlemen will be in your healing phase. You're getting better. There's things you ain't gonna fall for no more, but you're not quite there yet. You still got a lot more, you still got some more work to do. You're better, but you're not in your full form yet. And it takes a lifetime to get to full form, man. I mean, think about how you make a sword. Y'all see my swords in the background? Think about how you make a sword, man, a good sword. You're going to beat that. You're going to heat that piece of metal up. You're going to beat it. You're going to temper it. You're going to heat it up some more. You're going to beat it, right? You're going to temper it. You're going to heat it. You're going to beat it. Yeah, man, it takes a lot of trials and tribulations to be able to learn some of these lessons that I'm talking about tonight. All right? Well, damn, I ran through all my clips already. That's good. Damn, we're already past the hour mark, so that's why I did that. Okay? Listen, the next portion, we're going to do comments of the day real quick. I'm going to get to some of you guys' comments. So let's start here. All right. So I'm going to pull this up on the screen. I'm going to try to put myself at the bottom corner. There we go. Okay. These are your comments. So this was the video. That's not my kid. If y'all remember correctly from this video, that this man had took his ex back in, and then shortly after he found out she had a secret. And that secret was she was pregnant for another dude's kid. And she was loud and boisterous, and I ain't going nowhere. And you gonna raise this kid. Yeah, you is. And this is what you guys said. Suio School Zimbato 711 says, so infuriating. The audacity of the first woman. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to get old on this. Let me put my reading glasses on. I can't see this crap. All right. The audacity of the first woman. There's no way she would be under my roof once I know the truth. And sadly, if your wife has a child with another man, in a lot of states, he's responsible financially. It's just not worth it. That's it. And I said that in the video. As soon as you sign that birth certificate, it don't matter if the dad is somebody else. It's on you. It's your financial burden. Don't live in the state of Texas. They do not care. Okay? Dre D says it's one of the many reasons only 6 in 1,000 men want to get married. That's crazy. And then Emperor Caesar says, I was raised by 2 African parents, so I was taught ring marriage first before moving in together. No matter how sweet a girl is, the highest time she spends with me was Friday into Saturday, vice versa. But now I am married and paid my dues. And I said, this was a great lesson. Thank you for sharing with the gents. Okay, that's the first one. This is from the same video. Patrick Smith says, awesome video. There isn't a man who hasn't been around a man that this didn't happen to. Let me know down in the chat if you know a guy who has found out that the woman he was with had a child for another woman. I want to know how many of y'all have had that or seen that situation. And this has been going on as long as we've been on earth. And these women will live the lie until their death or until something happens to the kid. And at the funeral, you find out the kid wasn't yours. True story. Yeah, that's crazy. Stuff like that be happening. Let me bring up y'all comments and see what's going on here. What y'all think. You've been watching Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan. That's my favorite part of the movie besides him on the Wheel of Pain. Man, I used to love Conan the Barbarian, man. I think when I saw it was either Conan the Barbarian or the Destroyer, whatever one came out in the mid 80s. Because I remember when I first saw the first one, I don't remember. I saw one when I was damn near 10, and then I saw one when I was like really young. So it's been a while, man, but I love me some Conan back in the day, man. I'm gonna have to watch that movie. I'm sure it's gonna look pretty cheesy now. What's that one where the dude was turning, like there was a wizard, he turned into a demon, and he was in that little fun house of mirrors, and then the demon was scratching him, so he had to break all the mirrors in order to get to him, and then eventually stabbed him, and he turned into an old dude. I forgot which one that one is. Hey, same video, Still Saint. Still Saint says, I have to ask, why did he take her sorry keister back? People cannot take breaks from relationships and attempt to reestablish a connection, especially with all the temptations that are present for both parties involved. What this woman did was beyond dirty, but I know he slept with her when she came crawling back. Women use their kitty in a way that they can secure a stable nest for her children. Hence what she did in this video. She knew she was pregnant. She knew she was pregnant when she came back. Probably wooed him and said, oh, I was wrong. Probably said whatever she could to get in that house. And then once she was in there, she going to tell him in that man's house that he going to take care of that baby. Ain't that some shit? Did you see the inside of that house? That is certainly a good-looking nest for a single mother with him out of the picture or in it. She has strategized her way into a good living situation. Ask her, and she will say that she has done no wrong. Yeah, she took no accountability. She didn't care. She thought, and then she tried to gaslight it like, well, you cheated on me before. It's like, that was a long time ago. I didn't create no babies, and you just came back. So she tried to use the past to justify her bad behavior in the present. See what I'm saying? Don't let them gaslight you. But we all know that accountability is a religion, which most women deny vehemently on a daily basis. And I said, I think that the time together makes people take people back, right? Because people have put in that time together. Sometimes it's hard to cut those ties. However, the caution for men is that these women will be pregnant for another man, lay down with the man who they think will take care of them, and then claim that the other man's kid is theirs. It ain't right. And that's what I wrote. Okay. And then, so this was the young lady with the Valentine's video where she was ungrateful for what the dude did for her. This is from King. King says, I'm so glad that I came up in the 80s. I can't remember women acting like this then. Even if they were mad at you, they were ladies about it. Those post-2000 tantrums we see as straight entitlement. True story. I'm living in Georgia and connected with a woman that I had no intentions of being with. I really didn't like her at all. Chick asked me to come over for the weekend. I told her I was busy. Then she brought out the demon in me by asking what would it take for me to come over. I told her a fit the Remy pot roast with string beans and potatoes. Oh, King, I love string beans and potatoes. Oh, that's going to be something I do next week or on a Sunday. And your boy was nowhere to be found. I was laid up with another woman that Friday night. I did regain my conscience by the time the sun came up and spent Saturday and Sunday with her. There was a bottle of Remy there still waiting for me. So I said, and I think my comment to King was, man, you played that like a G. All right. Bradley Hummerson laughed at what I said because I said in the video, he laughed at used WAP. He said, shit killed me. I said, true, right? And then Willa Latchinson, I think that's a woman. She says, I'll call that selfish and definitely ungrateful. And then Danny says, I'd be happy with a card, man, or just a hug. Hug like, or maybe that's a girl. Yeah, I think it's a girl. She said, I'd be happy with a card, man, or just a hug, like, geez. And I told her, I said, that's what old boy said in the part I clipped out. She asked if he would be, she asked him in that video, I clipped it out though. She asked him, would he be happy if she had bought that stuff for him? And he was like, hell yeah, because I'm not ungrateful. So anyway. All right, this was the one with the couples therapist. So she was in the car and she was talking about the wife and the husband, and she was talking to both of them. And then the marriage failed, and she came back to this therapist and asked her, tell me the truth. What could I have done better? And she went in on her and told her what was wrong with her. Now, Isaac Maurice says, I just recently got blocked by an older woman, 47. He says, I'm 28 for this very reason. After dealing with it multiple times back and forth, I hung up on her and didn't answer her calls. And she one-ups me by blocking me. Again, the woman, the wife in this video was always trying to get the one-up on her husband, was always trying to like, well, oh, okay, you telling me about why I had to fix myself, then, well, what about you and what you did? And this, that, and the third. Everything we talked about in the past video about when you try to give women instruction, they will gaslight you. They will use sign language. And I told him, I said, her blocking you is a good thing. If it's not, if she tries, her blocking you is a good thing. It's not if she tries to come back in a few months. I guess I'm trying to say that it's good you blocked her so she don't try to come back in a few months. And then Nataki, I think there's a woman, 28. I hope she looked good. She should be grateful. And then Shannon says, I'm 45. If a near 50-year-old talks to you, she sees you as a prey. So that's some good advice right there. All right, same video. This dude, Anan Mai, he tells his story, so bear with me, you guys. In great respect, I'm a man. Who started it first? Men made promises to women that they knew they cannot keep. For me, when I was a young blood, I used to tell those fictions just to have relations with them. So when chat fiction to me or in a group, I can recognize that fiction because when I was in my younger years, I used to tell the fiction too. Women love when her men chat fictions. When men chat the truth, women do not want you. So chat fictions now is the very same thing what men used to do to women, they are now doing to men. Well, look, I understand the argument he thought he was trying to make on this one. I understand the argument he's trying to make. But at some point, you grow the hell up. And we're not just seeing it from the younger women. And we're not just seeing it from the women who are in their 30s that's ready to settle down. We're seeing the same behavior from older women too. So if you go ahead and use this story that they're doing it, does men having done that in the past make up for the fact that women doing it is almost like they're men? Listen, we try to paint this brush about, well, men used to tell these chat fictions to women. And so let me bring myself back up on the screen real quick. We try to paint this false equivalence like, okay, dudes used to chat fiction women, and so now the tables are turned. I mean, what's the difference? There's a huge difference. The difference being is if you're a woman and you got your mom and your dad in your life and you are following their instructions and listening to them, and you see you have a dad in your life, you're not going to fall for those chat fictions. All right? And then you got these older women who have been brought through the ringer. You telling me these women in 50 years haven't told women that men are going to spit game to try to get in your pants? You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. Because I know that I was taught that women was going to try to use me and manipulate me. Still, I fell for it. So whose fault is that? Is that the other person? No, that's me. Because I got told the right answer. And here's the truth. What's his name? Anon Mai. The truth is, women like hearing those lies. If you're attractive enough to her, and then you start speaking those chat fictions, they fall for it. Don't believe me? Women are sleeping with the same dudes. In the Black community, our women are sleeping and having babies with the same Pookies and Ray Rays. They are. They are laying down with men and having kids and not requiring a higher level of commitment. They're not requiring marriage, nor are they bringing the ability to be a wife into those relationships. So why is a man going to give these women anything higher? You are not a wife. Y'all don't even know how to be wives. Y'all can't even keep your damn mouth shut and take constructive criticism without being offended. You telling me these women didn't know, right? Look at the old, like even go watch the old time where they do the history pieces. These women knew that there were sly talkers. They wanted to hear it. Let you be a man, and you said this part. You said if you tell women the truth, they don't want to hear it. So why even say that? This false equivalence don't even make sense. I said, I hear you. You're talking about women's nature. I've heard that women like to hear lies and men like to feel the truth. With that being said, I look at me and my friends now, how we would have spent the lies just to lay with women, but we did not anticipate the internet and how women would change. And we also, I'm going to add this because I don't know what the rest of what I said, but we also didn't anticipate the fact that over time we were going to change. That these life experiences should make you into the best version of yourself, not more ratchet, not more the worst version of yourself. So, and then Anon Mai says, I'm mature now. Lies is only to childhood. They love fiction things that are not the truth. Luckily thing for me, my father was wealthy, so anything I say, girls believe. Most times I do not have to tell fictions, whatever. Okay? I'm going to get to y'all comments real quick before I get too far on. Where we at? Damn, I'm up there a little bit. 1 second. All right. Still Saying says, folks normally take secrets like that to the grave if they can. Oh, with the babies? Yeah. Yep. Forbes says, I feel bad for all the men that got played by a woman who they truly love, but the women seeing you as toilet paper. Yeah. And listen, I that same logic, I feel bad by good women that get played. But for both men and women who get played, what are you going to do about it? Woe is me. Man, I can't trust none of these hoes now. Oh, I don't like, man, all dudes are dogs. At some point, man, you got to say, look, man, I got to improve me such that I'm open to the love that's for me, but I'm not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. I keep coming back to that Beverly Hills Cop theme, don't I? Where we at? Like having 300 cousins, but you only find the auntie and no father. Oh, God dang. That's harsh. Never take them back. If they show you who they are, they really are, believe them the first time. That's right. Didn't Maya Angelou say that? Somebody showed you already, believe them? Dude, that's very deep, especially on my mom's side of the family. Yep. Glad I don't have to say it. Just remember that you're an adult now and you do not have to be around those evil people anymore. Trust me, I know. None of my mom's family ever liked nor be around me and my twin sister. Yeah, man, you ain't got to deal with that crap no more. This planet is still an animal kingdom. Stay vigilant. Hell yeah. Enos, man, what's going on? What's going on? Yo, bro, what's good, man? I'm good. Glad having you here, man. I appreciate you. Nah, Sean, you telling the truth about women sleeping with the same man. Some Twilight Zone stuff, man. Yeah, they are. And I have a video clip. I was going to put it in today's, and I'm like, nah, this video clip good enough. I might have to just do a video on it. So I'm going to hold off on the little clip I got showing these men all sleeping with the same women. All right. This is about the older independent woman. Don't understand this about men. And so I talked about in there, I said something about, I talked about peak value. And this is the reason why I brought this comment back up. I talked about peak value. And what I said was, look, if you look at dating age men, I'm talking about like from 18 all the way up until the 60s, right? Till retirement age. If you look at, there was a study done, and if you look at the average age that most men think women are their most beautiful, it was around 22, 23 years old. That's when a woman is her most beautiful in the eyes of most dating men. Okay. Even for older dudes. They don't mean they want to get with a 22-year-old or a 23-year-old. They just think that women are their most pretty when they're young. Okay. So women have that window from 18 to, I'd say about 30. I know that people say 28. I say about 30. Right? That's their peak. I say 29. Because 30, I don't know what happens in the heads of women at 30, but they like, oh my God, we got to get married. Or I was a 304 in college and now I'm ready to settle down. 30 is that number. I don't know what it is about that number for them. But that clock be ticking. That's what that's about. Okay. So from about 18 to 29, that's when a woman is in her peak beauty. And really, I can see why 28 is the number, because at that point, you're starting to get close to that 30 right there. That's the line. Hell, when I was in my 20s and I was, dating women in their early 30s, even some of them, I was like, oh, she look old. I remember being 26, swiping on the 32-year-old, and I'm like, oh, she look old. I thought that at 26. So, and that was my college years. That's when I was an instructor too, right? My instructor and college years, right? So, and for men, right, you're talking 35 to about 55, right? Now, 35 to 55 is when a man, he's not in his sexual prime. And that's what he was confusing in this post right here. I wasn't talking about sexual prime. I was talking about peak market value for a man, peak market value for a woman. That is taking in consideration women looking at older men or men getting older, looking better, right? But also having the stability and hopefully the finances and the funds to garner the interest of women. So anyway, they tried to explain it. I already went through all that, so I'm not going to go there. That's what I was explaining in this. That's why I put this up here. Okay. And then I think this is the last one. It is. Okay. So Haley wrote, oh, y'all can't see that crap. So Haley wrote, as a woman with more traditional values, not everything traditional, just finding a man is difficult. And I live in Northern California, not the city of San Francisco or the Valley, Middle California, or SoCal. We're a slightly calmer and more laid-back area that has slightly more traditional views, yet finding a man to marry and have a life with is hard. So I wanted to bring that one up because there are traditional women who are still in this country. Unfortunately, where they're at, they're struggling to find what they're looking for too. Hell, they probably feel like a lot of us dudes do about how these women are carrying themselves, right? So I thanked her for being a part of that because I like if a woman comes and puts a thoughtful comment in there, I try to make sure that I answer with a thoughtful comment as well, right? Then why not says add and to add the social media addiction has already taken over. Most men that are invisible want to get married, but the boss babes, quote unquote, are killing the chances for the young ladies, such as this lady above, who's having a hard time. We invisible men are out there. We are just the ones this lady isn't looking for. This is why she's in this dilemma. So why not was saying like, look, women are killing it. These modern women are killing it for these traditional women. But these traditional women, if they really want to find a dude, the dudes out there, they just don't fit what they want either. Because we've all been conditioned by this society. And that's where the hell we're at right now. Okay? So I'm going to bring myself back up on the screen. So I do believe that was the last thing there. I'm going to finish reading these comments and I'm going to get up out of here because like I said, I haven't been to sleep yet. Stay vigilant. Forbes says, oh, yeah. You already said that. All right, bro. You ever coming to Miami? I've been to Miami once and I haven't been back. The only reason I would go back to Miami again, I don't know, man. It's just everything is so phony there to me. Like everything is just about being flashy. Everything, you know, the only difference is when I went there the first time, I didn't speak any Spanish at all. And because of that, they pretty much treated me and my friends like we were like, bro, why are you in this bar if you don't speak Spanish? And I'm talking about like, this ain't like just a predominantly Spanish bar. It was just like anywhere you walked. Like if you didn't know how to speak Spanish, man, they just looked at you like you was a foreigner in America. So I didn't like that hospitality. South Beach was nice. There's some of the most expensive cars I've ever seen on the road there, man. I mean, like everybody just stunting. And as much as I like excitement, I just don't. There's some beautiful parts about Miami. There's some good stuff. It's hot as hell, though. But if I went back to Miami now, man, I mean, it would have to be I'd have to know somebody there. It'd have to be for a specific event. That's where I'm at. Haley was virtual signaling. Yeah. Simp emergency whistle. Oh, man. All right. So before I get out of here, I got to tell you all about 2 stories that I saw. And then I'm going to give y'all the question of the day that y'all can put in the comments after this video or whatever, right? But the 2 videos I saw, one was given to me by XL Pro, who y'all saw here in the comments. And then another one I saw on Abba and Preach's channel. Now, maybe y'all saw this video. I'm going to talk about the Abba and Preach one first. The Abba and Preach one was that there was this dude, there was this kid, or this man who was fighting for custody of his kid. And they had the kid in Child Protective Services. And he was already fighting for custody. There was already reports on the mom that she, had drug abuse, schizophrenic, ideations, that control alt delete ideations, right? She had all this on her rap sheet. What they did was, though, in order to close out the case, in order for the family courts to take it, they had to close out the child out of CPS so that the child could go through family court. So what happened was, instead of them giving the child to the dad, they gave the child to the mom, this 6-year-old boy, smiling in every picture. Beautiful little kid, man. And within 10 or 11 days of them releasing that child back to the mom, she deleted that child in a very gruesome way. Very gruesome. Very gruesome. Tough story. And I've had women come in these comments and they won't acknowledge, they won't watch the videos, and they won't comment on the videos where I talk about the system being unfair, but they will comment when they feel they're attacked. First of all, bitches, I didn't ask y'all to come to this channel. All right? If you're not going to be constructive about it and you're not going to acknowledge what's going on, and if you're going to be a part of the problem, then I don't need you on this channel. I don't care. Don't watch it. I don't care. Now, if you want to be a part of the conversation, as the French say, fermez la bouche, close your mouth, okay? You ready to close your mouth and listen? The system is unfair. And where you think that men have the advantage in the system, we do not. But even worse, they're using our children. They're using our children as pawns in this system. But do any of y'all women out there care about that? Do y'all? I don't think y'all do. The evidence doesn't show it. The evidence doesn't show that modern women today give a damn about families. They don't give a damn about these children. Because if they did, they wouldn't just be laying down with Pookie and Ray Ray and spreading their legs. Yes, women, y'all control access to relations. Because if men controlled access to relations, you wouldn't have 30% of men that have been relationless over the last year. And I can promise you, you wouldn't have 30% of young men who've never touched a woman before in the biblical sense. Those numbers would not be there. If men had their way, they would have it. You all control access, but yet and still you don't require any higher level for yourself and for the men that you're with. And then you get on like the video I did the other day where the woman was crying that she hated her baby daddy. You're going to be like that woman. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't get that. So that kid is no longer here. And then that woman had enough balls to get in front of the judge. Do you have anything to say, ma'am? I'm innocent. F all of y'all. That's what she said. And that little boy is gone. And I'm going to tell you another horrible story. This is the one that XL Pro sent me. Some green-haired woman, loud, ratchet-ass woman was like, oh, hell no, he ain't with some other girl. I'm going to wind up deleting this month the day. He got my kid in the car with some other woman. Oh, he gonna get it today. So she pulls up. Man, what you doing? The girl got out the car. She got out. The dude is still in his car, and he's like, yo, what are you doing? Like, man, it ain't what you think, blah, blah, blah. He's like, no, you playing with me today. Give me my son. The son was barely out of the door. She had the little blippy in her hand, and she popped him. And then went to the other side of the car and grabbed the son out. And then had the nerve say, hey, don't put this on Facebook Live or Messenger or something. And that's the end of the video. The other girl is lucky too. But she straight capped him. Now, you could probably see this on World Star. If you want to see that video, it's on World Star. I don't know how old it is, but these women are reckless. See, that same emotion that these women have is some of these dudes have out here. Some of you dudes watching this channel in y'all emotions like this. So anytime somebody do you wrong, you ready to pull the strap out on them. You ain't ready to throw them hands. You can't even throw hands no more. Because if you get your tail whipped, you get embarrassed. Now you in your emotions. Now you got to go get something. We can't handle it like men no more because y'all ain't men. These are two stories. And look, I know they got men that do similar, in other situations, but I wanted to show y'all, I told y'all these two stories because women are out here acting with little to zero consequences. And it's only getting worse. I saw another video, maybe XL Pro sent me this one too. Who knows? I got so many people send me videos. But one of these videos was, I think it was in a college classroom or a high school classroom. And the girl got up, popped this dude in the head while he was still in the chair. Then she grabs him by the hair and she's wailing on this dude. And he's defenseless because he's stuck in that chair. You know them little school chairs, man, with that little wooden desk front. And then it fell over and she's still grabbing and punching on it. Now, in what world does she not get her head knocked off? Oh, wait, this one. There's no consequences. Because if that dude would have gotten up and popped the crap out of her, then every white knight in the class would have gotten up and protected her from him. Because it's been ingrained in us that way. That dude has a right to defend himself just like a woman does. She unprovoked attacked. So what is a man supposed to do? Oh, you're supposed to just take it. Really? What about popping upside the head so she knows there's a consequence to her actions? Because let me tell you, ladies, if I cause an unprovoked attack on another man, it can mean life or death for a man to cause an unprovoked attack on another man or to cause physical harm to another man. That man is going to protect himself. Only you guys think I can hit instead of using your words, instead of being mature. Now you guys are getting physical. The world hasn't changed. We are all animalistic. We are all on instincts. And one of the instincts is self-preservation. Just like modern women are doing self-preservation for themselves, why shouldn't a man preserve himself? That's a debate we can have on another night. I'm just throwing it out there. Y'all tell me. Yeah, man. If I come through, I'll let you know, Enos. I got the hookah. Yeah, man. I be doing some hookah too, man. For the good of the child is not in either case, apparently. No. The good for that child, still Saint, was to be in the father's custody because the mother had the worst record. The mother was the one that had the drug abuse, the criminal record. The father was a good dude. And he was fighting for full custody. And if you see that little boy with his father in those pictures, you can tell that was a boy who loved his dad. Loved his dad. Misanthropic altruist. What's the haps? Nothing much. Thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate you. Still Saint says, I contest that these women are acting outside of their natural inclinations. I agree. It is the government who has changed their social status to be superior class citizens. And listen, man, again, I've argued that I am for equality. Obviously, not everything is going to be able to be equal, right? I don't expect women to be in the NBA, and I don't, you know what I mean? There's just certain things I don't expect. You know? I don't even know how I feel about women being on the front lines of wars. I don't know how I feel. I know what I saw on TikTok, though. When women thought they were going to Ukraine, they was crying. I'm talking about in uniform, crying about going to Ukraine. As a dude, we ain't got no choice to cry. It's like, oh, kiss my family. Like, I love y'all. Hopefully I come home soon. I ain't got no time to cry. I got to go do a job. But yet and still, you get these women come on the internet saying that men aren't even needed. I think I have video clips of that, and it will be in a future video because I want you all to see that too. I think the whole video is going to be women just saying they don't need men. But in a different way than I did it one of the previous times. Right? So it's the norm down here in Miami. Yeah. Like I said, Miami is something else, man. So look, I brought up those videos. Like I said, go check it out for yourself. The World Star with the girl who retaliates against the boyfriend or unprovokedly. And then you got the mom who deletes the 6-year-old after being released from CPS. That's on Aber and Preach channel. Check out Aber and Preach channel. That's there. Oh, I went too far. I am a single father. Daughter turns 18 this month. Congratulations. I have had full legal and physical custody since she was 1. The mom off the man in a car accident. Other daughter OD'd and almost deleted on her pills. Yeah, man. Damn it, man. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. But you know what? I'm glad that they had you to go to, right? Or at least I'm glad your son had you to go to. Or your son and your daughter, right? You said son? Oh, daughter. Your daughter. Yep, gotcha. Still had, even when she didn't show up. Yeah, man. Okay, that's it right there. That's the point. That mother, there was documentation showing that the mother was unfit. And yet and still, the court didn't see fit to give the child to the father right away. They said, well, we'll give it to the mother, even though we know she has this history of drug abuse, schizophrenia, depression, alcoholism. She had all this stuff in the rap sheet, all of it. And Child Protective Services, instead of trying to figure out who the best parent was, they was like, well, default mother. And I believe that there are a number of dudes who would love to have their kids full time. I remember when I asked, I said, hey, look, I'll still pay you full child support. Just give me my daughters. Let me have them through the high school years. And that way I can work on getting them into college. And my ex said, that would be too easy for them. What do you mean too easy for them? And Ultras, as soon as my daughters graduated from high school, it wasn't even a good month or so later. She was already trying to kick one of my daughters out. Already trying to kick her out. You know how petty it is that you don't want the girls to be with their dad? And I'm going to pay you child support still? I just wanted my kids, man. And these women are so petty. And that's what I was talking about. Some of you women think y'all on the side of good, but you support women that do this. You don't tell women that do this kind of shit that they wrong. You believe the lies. Oh, girl, you know your chick ratchet. You know your girlfriend ratchet. But yet and still, when she say, oh, yeah, it was all him and he was the reason, but you can see her behavior, and you're going to tell me you're going to fully believe somebody like that? Then women are more naive than I thought. And no wonder they fall for panty dropping lines. Carl says, bro, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, me too, man. They're your kids. You want to make it easy for them while giving them the tools that they need to be the best versions of themselves and to be better than us. That's what we want for them. She had to do little to satisfy the court to get partial custody. It was only because she went back to the streets that I was allowed to maintain custody. Right. Hell, they can just, like, my ex tried to throw it in the record like I was like an alcoholic at home. Like I was at home just drunk all the time. I was a young man for my first divorce, or for my first marriage. It's natural that I'm going to hang out with my work friends who I spend so much time on the submarine with, my drinking buddies. This would be normal for an older man because ain't nobody going to tell an older man, okay, let me rephrase that. No older man with a sense of dignity and respect for himself is going to allow his woman to tell him when he going to go. He might have respect and not do it. But what happened to the days where the older gentleman used to hang out with the drinking buddies in the bar? It was just tie one off. Women understood that back in the day because why? Because women didn't want them to come home. You know, wanted them to have time to socialize. Because if not, they're even grumpier. And listen, there was things that men did have to change. We did have to change about ourselves. But those women stuck with those older dudes. Whether they hated it or not, they stuck with them. Because there was a sense of duty and an honor to the family. For better or for worse. For better or for worse. Right? And never got a penny of child support. My story is fairly common. Shake my head. Yep. You never got it? Yeah. Most dudes never end up with child support. But most women do. But yet still, it's all fair, right? Let him wind down after work. Yeah, exactly. That's what all that was for. So anyway, like I said, I haven't been to bed yet. Thank you, Carl, for being here, man. Always a pleasure seeing you. Thank you for sharing your story with the gents tonight. Misanthropic altruist. All right. Thank you so much. I love when people share their story. Ennis, chill down there in Miami. Always a pleasure still saying thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. 4 up. Keep doing what you're doing, my G. Hoorah. All right. We got Red Falls back. Thank you for being here tonight. If I miss somebody, please let me know. Discipline equals freedom. Thank you for being here. King, thank you for being here. Always dropping knowledge on this channel. Always giving us stories. y'all know I love the stories on this channel. I love when we share stories, man. That's my thing. XO Pro, thank you for the videos, the video clips you sent me, and thank you. I was allowed to. It allowed me to be able to use that in tonight's episode. I saw that, and I had to bring it up tonight. Okay, who else was up in this house tonight? Who else did we have up in here? Oh, we had Hams Fights Kids Box. We had John up in here. Thank you. Go check out his channel over there. And I didn't have sound earlier. Let me get to the new comments and see what you got. Carl says, dig the studio, Sean. Thanks. What I've learned is, check this out. Let me show you something, Carl. I learned this. I was this year old when I learned this shit. I am going to turn this shit to... Now, when I turn, this was a really good lighting tonight, kind of spotlighty. Now, watch this. Let's do... So when I change the color, then my color changes, right? So I was playing around with this thing for probably about 5 minutes before the live stream, just so I could find out which color doesn't make me look like a green apple or something. Let's go back to green. And there we go. So it looks like I'm going to be using the green and the red again in the background like I used to keep these colors looking a little bit more, keeping the color palette like the way I like it. So good to see you, bro. Yeah, good to see you too. Thank you guys, man. Appreciate it. And again, you guys contributing to the channel is the reason why I have the studio set up the way I do. That's pretty cool. You fine-tuning the show. Yeah, man. This camera here I use a different camera for when I film my normal videos. So this webcam is very sensitive to lighting. And I think about all the stuff, right? Like when I'm going to show y'all something real quick. When I first started this episode tonight, I had 2 lights on, but it was giving me that yellow tint. Oh, that's not bad. That's because of the green. And I'm going to show you something real quick. Since there's a little extra time real quick. 1 second. I'm going to go back to the way I normally have these colors. And this is going to turn me orange again. Now watch this. So when I was looking at my other live streams, look, see how the color just changed? So the lighting is good from this perspective, right? This is a soft box light. It's supposed to be natural lighting. I kind of like more of the spotlight light that I have up there. And just by putting that on and changing the lighting in the background, the colors change. Now let's see. We go back to green and blue. Will it change me back? So now it's starting to turn me a little red with that light on there. Now watch this. Go back to... Now the color should change back in a little bit. Uh-oh. Second verse, same as the first. Damn, why am I still red? What this happened? I guess it didn't like that too much. Whatever. Hey, Anon Mai. Well, I'm getting ready to wind the show down. But if you go watch the replay, I read your comment from one of the videos this week. So I urge you to go check that out. I would say it was probably about 40 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, something like that. So, damn it, I can't change the color back now. I think I played around with it too much. It's broken now. All right. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Like I said, I've been up all night. I want to make sure I got this out. I knew I've been kind of slacking off on getting my live streams out. But like I told you guys, this is for you. And real quick, before I really exit out of here, answer this in the comments later if you want to. But the question of the day for today is, have you ever felt like your woman or an ex-partner wasn't listening to what you were trying to tell them about how you felt? And what was it what didn't they get about you? Like, what I'm trying to get to, reason why I'm asking this question, I'm asking this question for a specific reason, right? Man, that color is just driving me crazy. Hold on real quick. I'm going to just mute both of these. All right. So what I'm trying to ask, right? Because I want to make sure that you guys understand where I'm trying to get at with this. If you've had an ex and it was like you were trying to express to them, hey, I feel this way, and then they were just gaslighting you, like what was it that you were trying to express something? What were you trying to express to them? What was it that they weren't listening to you about? Does that make sense? I want to know that from you guys. And I'm asking that question because it may spark a show idea, depending on what you guys put in the comments. It may be worth another live stream discussion, but I'm trying to figure out the communication aspect and what do men feel like they were lacking out of that communication? What was it they were doing? Why weren't they listening to you? Was it something about them? Was it just how they were? You know, right? Like I had an ex and she always felt like, just like what the woman said earlier in the video, right? Like if I was trying to tell her something, she would feel like she was being attacked. And she had this kind of like, I'm smart like you kind of thing. And look, my ex was smart. But it was like, it was what she said. She felt like she had to say something because she didn't like where she was at. She wasn't happy with who she was. You know, again, that could be a whole episode on that one. I might hold off on that one, but make sure y'all comment down below and let me know what y'all think. And then let me see. I'm going to get these last of these comments real quick. You going to bed early, bro? Oh, that's because I'm a vampire, man. I'm a vampire. Going to bed early? Hell, I'm going to be up all night long, probably working on tomorrow's video. Anon says, I acknowledge I read all of them. Thanks a lot for responding. Well appreciated. Anon, I respond. I can't get to all the comments because sometimes those videos take off. And then when it starts being hundreds and hundreds of comments, some of you guys may have noticed that a week or so may have passed and you just see a heart pop up. It's because I try to give myself a good hour or so, not every day, but every day I try to answer some comments. And then like once a week or, you know, once every whatever, I try to go through as many comments as possible. And there's still a lot I haven't even caught. It's just too many, right? One of those videos I put out had like 200-300 comments on it. There's no way I can do that. I don't have that type of time. But for you guys that catch the videos early, I try to once, you know, if I'm awake when the video's going on, because sometimes I'm not awake for the preview. That's because, again, I'm a vampire. But I try to answer the initial comments right away. And if you take the time and put a thoughtful comment, or I think is going to add value, this is going to be a recurring thing. On all my live streams that I do, I'm going to go back through you guys' comments because this is your show too, right? So I want to highlight the comments that I thought are going to add something to the conversation or that I liked, right? And so I'm going to start doing that on these live streams. And maybe I might even do like one day I might just do a Friday mailbag or something. I thought about just doing just a straight mailbag. And actually, I could probably clip this video from tonight and just make the mailbag segment. But I don't know if that's going to do well or not, whatever. But it's kind of me giving back to you guys, reading your comments. If you take the time, make it thoughtful, and I think it's intriguing, it's going to help the gents, I'll read it. All right. And then Preston, hey, what up, Preston? These women don't care anymore, so why should we? Yeah, and it's sad that people feel that way. You know what I mean? It's sad that people are just disillusioned. We're like, look, man, I'm just done. Patrick, what's going on? I think I read one of your comments tonight too. What's going on, Sean? I had a woman tell me they like to be lied to. It reminds me of the scene from How to Be a Player when Goldie says women wants to be played. Yeah. Look, I'm not going to, on the surface, if you talk to most women will say, well, no, hell no, I don't want to deal with no players, whatever. But who do they end up back with? They end up back with the same fast talking, manipulating ass dudes. Why? Because it's exciting. Because it makes them feel something. And the worst part is, we always talk about women getting with the Pookies and the Ray Rays and why they keep going back to those type of dudes. I think these women are so empty on the inside. They just need to feel something, whether it be good or bad. It's like I learned something very interesting, and I'm gonna end with this story. I learned something about gamblers. Like, obviously, I'm in Las Vegas, so there's a lot of gambling that goes on here, and I've seen a lot of people. I've seen and I know people that got gambling addictions out here. Okay, and I heard that for hardcore gamblers, sometimes losing for them is better than winning. What I mean is, a lot of them have such deep down problems that they don't get elation from winning, but when they lose, it gives them something else to be upset about. Like imagine being so not having peace within yourself, that your problems are so big that losing gives you something else to focus your hate and your hate of your life, the hate of yourself onto, so you don't think about your own life. Really think about that. And I was just like, and I think that's where we're at with modern women. I think these women's lives are so shallow, and they really don't see themselves going anywhere, and they don't think they can do better. And when I say do better, I'm not talking about like, oh girl, I gotta have a 6-figure dude, 6-pack, whatever. I'm not talking about that. That's part of that hurt. That's part of that hurt. I'm talking about them thinking about having a real quality man and being a real quality wife to that man. These women are so damaged, they would rather feel the pain from Pookie and Ray Ray than deal with their own problems, with their own trauma, with the feelings of inadequacy, the feelings that they ain't shit, they ain't never gonna be shit, and they're gonna end up just like their parents or the people that they surrounded themselves with, the hopelessness that they might feel. How can you be a wife when half the days you don't even know if you can get out of bed? You know what I mean? A lot of despair going on, man. It is always to make them feel better about themselves when arguing with me a personal belief or ideal. Yeah. They are fine questioning something of mine into oblivion, but shut down when it is their turn. Yep, exactly. President says, of course, these women want to hear pretty lies and ugly truth. Yep. We talked about all that earlier. Most are only worth running through at this point at best. And listen, man, we got I want to be careful about what I say, because it's hard not to feel that way, Carl. It really is. But at the same time, the one thing I can say I've learned now at this age is I don't necessarily believe in karma, but you have to be careful with the seeds you plant for your soul. You know what I mean? Like, for your soul, man. Like, you just got to be careful. You know, that's a universal law in terms of, right, planting into the right soil and tilling the ground and getting enough sunlight. All these things are analogies that can be referenced to the human heart and what's embedded and planted in that, right, into the mind. Sowing seeds. And the seeds that we sow will bear fruit. So what are you sowing? What kind of seeds are you sowing, though? Because they will bear fruit at some point, right? So we've got to be careful with that. I feel both men and women are self-interest. Both are self-interest, period. Have to visit the country deep down in the country. Both are real. not in the city, to self-interest, period. Yeah, man. I mean, cities are so quick and superficial, you know? And it's sad because, like, I think you got to have both times, right? Like, I love living in the city. But the city kind of can affect you, but once you're on your purpose and your grind, you know how to deal with it, man. But then again, I'm not a young man anymore. I'm not an old man, but I'm not a young man anymore, right? So because of that, I've learned those lessons. Being in this city is tough sometimes. This is a city of sin, man. It's hard not to go out and party and see scantily cladded women doing their thing out here. It ain't nothing. Ain't nothing but a thing. Okay? So there is no saving these people anymore. Yeah, man. I try to look on the positive side, Preston, like, look, man, I put out this stuff and I know I'm trying to be negative, but I always usually try to end the show and say, be the best version of yourself and live your best life, man. That's why I end with that, man. That's why I do that. People think as that negative, I avoid them. Think positive. Exactly. That's why I was just saying that. I'm just trying to end I always try to end the show, or, it's been a while since I really said it, but I always tell you guys to work on yourselves, man. Work on your purpose, man. Be the best version of you that you can be, man. This stuff don't affect me like y'all think, like I talk about it. I hear they get women that come in the comments and they always say, oh, somebody hurt him. Well, yeah, but I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt. I'm not healed. I don't hate women. I'm not bitter towards women. I'm just indifferent. I care about people that care about me. I like women that like me. I hang with people that benefit me. And I benefit them. Well, I know I benefit people, but I'm saying that, like, I'm trying to grow some stuff. I'm trying to do things, man. So I need people around that's going to be assets and not liabilities. And I talk about that all the time on the channel. Okay. I saw your video, how women manipulate men. And I have to say, I'm officially done with women like this. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. That video is tough, man. Because when you see it strung together like that, and there were so many other video clips that I could have put up there, but those were the ones. I might do a part 2 to that one. That was a good video. Let me write that down real quick. That video was eye-opening, and I'm hoping we get more of the brothers out there and more of the gents to watch that video or watch videos like that. That was a powerful video. All right, y'all, I got to go, man. I've been up for a long time, man. All right, appreciate y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get a video out tomorrow. 8 a.m. I'll have the poll out for tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be about, but I'm sure I'll have some inspiration after I wake up. And then YouTube short. If I don't have a video out tomorrow, it only means that I slept wrong and my schedule was off, but I'll at least get a YouTube short out tomorrow. And for sure, I will have a video out on Friday. I'm going to try to do the whole shebanger bang Friday, right? Poll, YouTube short, and I'm going to do a video. And then tomorrow I'm going to try to do all 3 as well. But again, it's already after 6 p.m. now, so who knows what time I'm about to wake up. All right? All right, gents, I appreciate you guys very much. You guys have a wonderful evening, and thank you for being a part of this. Thank you guys for contributing and supporting. Thank you to all the people that send cash apps to me, to the channel and everything like that, man. Again, I put everything back into this channel, try to keep everything looking good, man. And just, it's all you guys, man. And thank you for the comments. If you comment on the videos this week and it's a good comment, look for next week, next Wednesday, for me to put that comment into the next live stream. All right. And until next time, live your best life.